Should the Congress and the BJP be worried at this time? You know, in many ways, over the last 49 days, Arvind Kejriwal has proven, that he can be every bit the rebel, the street fighter, quote unquote, even, sitting in the chief minister's chair. Now that he isn't any longer, should they be worried? Because he's just been chief minister. He knows the ropes. He knows how all of it works. And now he's, in a matter of speaking, back on the streets, promising to go after them with even greater ferocity. So is there reason for the BJP and the Congress to be even more nervous at this time, Jay?
Absolutely. Let me put it this way. I mean, I love Sunil Alag's philosophy. He doesn't know the difference between dirty linen and dirty Lenin. But I think there's something more fundamental here. I think what we are trying to understand here is a man who's trying to change the nature of politics, because it's been caught in a kind of frozen time. See, let's forget whether Congress is well-intentioned or the BJP is not. I think to a certain extent what he's saying is these parties have been silent about a whole range of political issues. I want to bring them to the forefront and I'm going to do it. Now, if he even happens to be the first casualty, he has created history. And I think to a certain extent, by emphasizing issues, he has brought a certain vitality back to politics. I mean, we're not caught in the fatalism of only voting for Modi. And I think in doing this, Javed is right. It's a wager. He might be the first victim of his wager. But in doing that, he has created history today.
One of the things that we've debated, I'm just going to come back. I just need to take a break. I just want to make a quick point. We're going to come back on these specific points in just a bit. Sunil and Shehzad, you've both raised your hands. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. I just wanted to say that one of the things that the Aam Aadmi Party has constantly said, when they've faced a hail of criticism has been, several of these things that we've done and implemented and announced are ideas which are ahead of their time. They are, by default going to be treated with hostility and suspicion. But given that these are new ideas, they deserve a certain degree of latitude and a certain less degree of cynicism. But does that hold at this point of time is the bigger question. We haven't decided that one way or the other. 49 days is an amazingly short tenure as chief minister. The big question is what happens next and how will Arvind Kejriwal really make use of it. Every day of the 49 days of the Aam Aadmi Party's rule in the city has been peppered with them being in the news. We're joined now in our studios by Shiv Vishwanathan, well-known sociologist, Shehzad Poonawalla. Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP joins us live as well. Veer Sanghvi, senior journalist, joining us from Chennai. Sunil Alag is with us. KP Singh, member of the Aam Aadmi Party, joins us live as well. Abid Rasool Khan of the Congress and Javed Ansari, National Affairs editor. Sudhanshu Mittal, you've just joined the discussion. We've been talking about Arvind Kejriwal's speech, where he's been, talking about both the Congress and the BJP. A large part of his speech was, devoted to, criticizing both the Congress and the BJP for their hypocrisy, for the manner in which they've actually ended his chief ministership when he was just getting started on the big work against corruption. What did you think, Sudhanshu Mittal?
Is it really fair to discuss the allegations made by Mr. Kejriwal? One simple fact let us recollect. 49 days and not even 9 people have been caught for corruption. And the man claimed, I have reduced the corruption in Delhi substantially. In the last 49 days, this man has spoken 49 lies. That's the history. Unfortunately, he believes. I am reminded of King George XIV of France, who said, I am the state. Mr. Kejriwal actually reminds me of that he is the state. Because he believes that there is nothing known as the constitution. He does not believe that there is something called the NCT Act of Delhi, which mandates that when an advice is sent to the assembly by the lieutenant governor, the assembly and not the speaker is supposed to take a decision on the advice. He does not believe in that. He does not believe that the constitution mandates that there is a segregation of power between the center and the state. He also does not believe that the language which should be used must be civil. He says, Shinde kaun hota hai? Wo तय करेगा, मैं बताऊंगा Shinde कहां बैठेगा. His minister says, मैं उसके मुंह पे थूकूंगा. His other minister says, a child throws a ball, मेरे को तो security threat हो गया है, मैं तो FIR register करवा दी. This has been the hallmark of governance of Aam Aadmi Party. What else did we expect? All along, Aam Aadmi Party was clueless as to what is to be done in governance. The panic arose when 2 of their MLAs were beaten up by Aam Aadmi. In fact, in one case, the Aam Aurat came and with a chappal she beat up their MLA because he had promised and not delivered. That is when the panic set in. They knew that now the people of Delhi are really going to take them to task because they just talked and did nothing. So it is in this background this entire Nautanki is being enacted.
Abid Rasool Khan, you know, the BJP says that there was no credibility to begin with, and now there's no question of any credibility at all. An opposing view. We've got people here in the studio who say that this is really just the beginning, and Arvind Kejriwal deserves a certain degree of faith because he's demonstrated in 49 days more than both the BJP and the Congress have demonstrated in power in Delhi. Have the dynamics, the fundamental dynamics of this already very difficult relationship between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party changed now, Abid Rasool Khan?
No. He started off the whole thing last 48 hours, saw the curtain closer on the 48 days of free entertainment that the country had through the channels and the Delhi people had through Kejriwal. I personally feel that he never entered this government for a long inning. He just wanted to do some tamasha and find an opportune time to go out of and then try for more seats in the assembly or in the parliament. He has not been a responsible chief minister nor a responsible leader. Having got a mandate which was unprecedented and having got unconditional support from Congress to run the government, he just played an inning which was hit and run, and in the turn he has hit wicket himself and he has finished his career. People will see that he has not been able to even run the government for a day. Every day there was a new tamasha going on in Delhi. Every day there was a new way of trying to grab the headlines in the media and try to go to the people as a savior. But I feel that he is a spoiled brat who has not been brought up properly in the political line to run a government and run a city like Delhi.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, very strong words. We're hearing words like Nautanki. We're hearing words like spoiled brat who wasn't brought up, you know, to run a government. KP Singh is with us. Veer Sanghavi is also live with us. I'm told we're going to take a very quick break and we're going to come back. We're also going to get a live report from our reporters outside the Aam Aadmi Party office as well as the Lieutenant Governor's office where that resignation is.